You seem far too nice to be one of Ulrich's men. What can I do for you? Oh, please, don't even get me started. That madman won't be satisfied until everyone in town is dead broke. Or in jail. What in Oblivion is Ulrich doing with all that money anyway? I'm sure he's lining his pockets with the gold of the good citizens of Cheydinhal. Take my good friend Aldous Othran, for example. In the last month, he's been fined 6 times. 6! All for being drunk and disorderly. Have you ever gone past a guard barracks? When are they not drunk and disorderly? What kind of a stupid fine is that? Well, Aldous couldn't pay the last 2 fines, so they seized his home and threw him into the street until he could pay it. Bastards. The Count, he could care less about our plight. As long as the roast suckling pig is delivered to his feast table, he's as happy as can be. Well, there's one man who seems to care. Garrus Durelian, the second in command of the guard. I hear he isn't happy with Ulrich. I don't know what you can do for us in this situation. I mean, Ulrich is the captain, after all. Perhaps you could speak to Garrus. You can find him roaming the county hall of the castle most of the time. I don't know where the Count found him, but I sure wish he'd send him back. He's a menace to this town. Poor fellow. You may be able to find him roaming the streets of Cheydinhal, probably drunk. Only a month ago, he lost his wife. They were traveling the road from the Imperial City when a bandit raiding party struck. He barely escaped alive. Ever since then, he's been drunk. Sure, he gets rowdy sometimes, but he's never hurt anyone. Garrus may be our only hope.
Stand clear.
I heard you know how to move in light armor.
Yeah. What do you want? I can't say I'm prepared to speak to you about that. No telling who will end up finding out. I'm listening.
Good one. Yes, yes, whatever you say. Not now, not...
I doubt it. I appreciate the gesture. That'll get you something.
That's not bad.
It appears you've spoken to Levana. I know she sounds a bit like a raving madwoman, but she isn't far from the truth. Ulrich is definitely up to something. Every day we take in exorbitant fines from the people. Where most of that money goes, I have a good idea. Ulrich keeps his quarters locked, but I've glimpsed inside. The things he has in there could never be purchased on a captain's salary. At first, I thought maybe he was from wealthy stock, but many of the goods have been delivered recently. I'd love to bring him to task in front of Count Indaris, but I dare not without a solid witness that will speak against him. Honestly, she's never done anything to be fined or get in trouble. Yet. The person I'd love to bring in as a witness is Aldous Othran. That is, if we could sober him up for 5 minutes. I haven't approached him myself, as Ulrich has eyes everywhere. However, he doesn't know you well enough yet to suspect anything. If you want to help, you need to get Aldous to agree to become a witness. Nothing else can be done. Aldous is living on the street now that his house has been seized. I begged Ulrich to give him more time, but he wouldn't. He won't be hard to find. Just follow the smell of stale mead. Beware of Ulrich. I wouldn't confront him at this time, as he'll surely have you thrown in jail. If you raise a hand against him and strike him down, you'll be accused of murder. Even if Ulrich doesn't do things by the letter of the law, I do. You must locate Aldos. He's a danger to himself and others in his condition.
I heard people saying they ran into goblins around here not long ago. Ugh, I can't stand those things.
Horrid beasts. I hate the things.
Take care. Good afternoon.
Who are you? Huh! That stupid swit. Throw me out of my home, will he? I'll show him a thing or two about messing with an Orphan. All I did was fall down, sure. Maybe even vomited on the floor of the tavern. Charge me 6 times, Ulrich. Charge me, you fetcher. Well, I'm not standing for this anymore. You come with me and I'll show you what the Orphans can do on their backside of the wall. Get out of my way.
I'm Eulaine Lervu, Castle Mage. Perhaps you've been warned off me as a scandalous, blasphemous scoffer and cynic. The characterization is completely accurate. I despise the gods and those who bow before them. You worship the 9 divines, perhaps. Have they ever helped or harmed you? Of course not. Now, worship a Daedra Lord, and you get effects. Bad ones, of course, but clear and measurable effects. The Azura Coven in the Gerals north of Shadenhall. Nice folks. Nothing like the blood-drinking Daedra worshippers everyone raves about. A waste of time, of course, worshipping gods in the first place. But at least they're not raving lunatics. Goodbye. I'm glad to see you've returned. I appreciate the interest. Oh my. You better find him and see what he's doing. Hurry! Garrus may be our only hope.
This is my house. Get out of the way. Move, I say.
Sir, this property has been seized by his lordship, the Count of Cheydinhall. Leave immediately.
I said move. Or by my ancestors, I'll put you on the ground with a split lip.
Sir, I must warn you that threatening a city guardsman is an offense punishable by a fine of no less than 50 gold. pay, or be jailed.
You swit. How dare you? Ulrich be damned. He can take his fine and stuff it up his backside.
You've been warned. You're now under arrest. Please, come with me.
I'll go nowhere with you, Thatcher. Nowhere!
Move along, citizen. You saw what happened. I had no choice. Aldous attacked first, and I had to defend myself. If you don't like it, take it up with Ulrich. I've heard that Hill the Tall knows a lot about alteration, how to cast shields, and that sort of thing. Move along, please.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
What's wrong? Oh no. They killed him? I can't believe this. Ever since his wife passed at the hands of the bandits, his life has been miserable. I'd grown to become fond of him. I wanted to take him into my house, but I was afraid. And now look what's become of him. There are no more options left. Ulrich must be dealt with, and actions speak louder than words. You must do something for me. Go tell Ulrich that I have some information that incriminates him. Tell him to come alone or he won't get it. Then lead him here, and I'll do the rest. I'll make the necessary arrangements for his burial. He'll be buried next to his poor wife. I'll deal with him soon enough. Ulrich will not buy his way out of this one. He'll pay. I promise you.
We must put an end to this. Aldous will be mourned. I won't sit by and watch the innocent being driven to the brink like that. Something must be done, but without bloodshed. Levana has always been quick-tempered. You must reconsider her plan. It can only lead to prison for her and for you. I swear that Ulrich will pay for this. We must handle this carefully and prove to the Count that he needs to be arrested. Ulrich has been watching me, so I haven't been able to enact the plan I devised to bring him down. That ends today, now that you're here. The evidence we need to incriminate Ulrich must lie within his quarters. You must sneak in there and retrieve it without being seen. If you're caught, there isn't anything I can do to help you. Just be careful. Aldos's death is indeed a tragedy. We'll do what we can to put his soul at ease.
The Grey Fox.
I've killed far worse than you.
Take care. Have
I'm
mercy.
done talking to you.
Just one coin.
How are you?
Can't you see that I'm busy?
Yes?
Any time now. Let's hear it.
Hello!
You're back. Good. You've done it. This letter will spell his undoing when I present it to Count Indaris. Splendid work. Splendid work indeed. I must hasten to the Count and deliver this immediately. Please, meet me back at the Shadenhall Bridge Inn in about 2 hours. You're a fit one. Been running a lot? I've come from speaking with Count Indaris, and I've news for you. After speaking to the Count, and in light of the evidence you recovered, Ulrich has been removed from his post and arrested. Many guards are coming forward with more evidence of his greed, so it's safe to say he'll be spending quite a bit of time in the city dungeons. I've been promoted to the post of Captain of the Guard, and hope to return respect to the peacekeepers of this town. The Count and I thank you for helping bring Ulrich's hold on Shadenhall to an end, and for doing so without unnecessary bloodshed. As a token of our gratitude, as you did this at the risk of false imprisonment, or perhaps your life, we reward you this bounty of gold. On behalf of the people of Shadenhall, I thank you. Ulrich will be spending years in the city dungeons. This should give him plenty of time to reflect on what he's done. Until we meet again. Well met. How goes it?
It's a pleasure to see you. I've heard much about your deeds from my people in Bruma. I trust the stipend Tolgan gave you whetted your appetite. Good point. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I'm Countess Nerina Cavain. I assume you've noticed all the Akaviri relics I'm displaying. Well, it's safe to say I'm a collector of sorts. I've invested a great deal of time and money acquiring these bits of ancient history. In fact, I'd be so bold as to proclaim my collection the most complete in all Cyrodiil, perhaps even beyond. Except for one thing. A particular relic has eluded me for many years. Possessing this piece of Akaviri antiquity would make my collection complete. I'm of course referring to the Draconian Madstone. Some see only the conflicts between northern and southern cultures, but I see the way they are stronger when woven together. He served Emperor Uriel for many years, and so far he has done well in an impossible situation. What can be said about taxes? They're high, but we must pay. At least they are administered efficiently, and the shrinkage is within decent limits. The stone is a fine bit of Akaviri craftsmanship. Worn like an amulet, this talisman is said to protect the wearer from poisons of any type. The Madstone appears as a snake, coiled around and encircling itself. The eyes of the snake are supposed to be precious gems or some such. Through my sources, I've learned that the last reported location of the Madstone was the ruins at Pale Pass. Are you familiar with the history of Pale Pass? Back at the end of the First Era, raiders from the continent of Akavir attempted to gain a foothold here in Tamriel. At that time, the Empire was broken into smaller factions. Raymond Cyrodiil decided to unify them and form an army to repel the Akaviri raiders. The force became known as the Army of Raymond. The two armies clashed in what's now northern Cyrodiil. The Akaviri were strong and well supplied. But their greatest error was marching through Morrowind on the way to their objective and dismissing the response it would garner from Vivek. They didn't count on Lord Vivek forming an alliance with the Trident Kings of the Dreg. From Morrowind, he struck at their rear flank. Not only did this make the Akaviri fight on two fronts, it also cut off access to reinforcements and supplies from the sea. Not quite. The army of Raymond knew that the organized Akaviri forces were commanded from a hidden post in the mountains. Rumors placed it in a snowy vale called Pale Pass. That's where Raymond focused his attention. As his forces fought their way across the Gerald Mountains, the Akaviri suddenly surrendered. It was assumed they were overwhelmed and gave up. The only strange part was that the command post and Pale Pass were never found. It was dismissed as a rumor, and the army of Raymond celebrated. It's come to my attention that the post did exist, and it happens to be the last reported location of the Draconian Madstone. If you retrieve the Draconian Madstone for me, I'll be happy to compensate you by rewarding you with another Akaviri artifact. Are you game? I had a feeling you'd accept. Good. Then let me tell you how you're going to find the Madstone. I've come into the possession of a diary, written by an Akaviri messenger. I suspect that the text within can lead you to the ruins. Here's a translation of the passages we could still read. It was quite damaged. I've also included a rough map that was drawn in the diary as well. I'm also providing you with a unique key that was supposedly found with the diary. I'm assuming it'll prove useful when you arrive at the site. I paid several scouts to try and find the ruins at Pale Pass before I hired you. They were only able to locate the first of a series of landmarks. These landmarks are mentioned within the diary. The one referred to as Dragonclaw Rock has been located. I'll mark it on your map. The rest is up to you. My scouts reported bitter cold and dangerous creatures in the area, so they couldn't proceed. Be cautious and return home soon. Good luck. The Madstone awaits, and so does your reward if you retrieve it. The messenger's diary will make a nice companion to the Madstone in my collection. I don't trust you enough to talk. May the path ahead be free of danger.